Alright everyone, let's see if I still remember how to do this. It's been a few days. I am still not entirely well, but I am getting much better by the day. Well, I mean, I am back to work, just my throat is still a bit messy. Right, with this first full episode from chapter 3, I feel a little stupid about calling it part 1 of chapter 3. We need to look for something in the library. Oh wait, the library was up here, wasn't it? Oh, yep. Let's see, open cassette on a small table. This is a small table, but is there anything on it?
It's labelled Mallory, as in Eddie Mallory.
Okay, this is not what I was looking for, but sure, let's look at the things we find here.
Recognise that?
The necklace. Is that...
A young Eddie and his mother Clara.
I regret to inform you that your husband, Corporal Victor Mallory, number 874511, was killed in action with the enemy on the day of the 14th of September in Ypres. Your husband was involved in an advance against enemy lines. While he and his fellow soldiers fell, the action was successful, and you can take comfort in knowing his sacrifice saved many lives. It was not possible to get his remains away, and he was buried in a soldier's grave. Please accept the condolences of all the company. Yours, Captain Arthur Jones, 4th Army.
Yeah. World Wars. Absolutely terrible.
Thank you for your last letter. My heart soars with every word of yours I read. I touch the ink and imagine your fingers are just inches from mine, that we can almost touch, that I can almost feel the warmth of your skin once more. Young Edward grows more like his father each day. You'd be amazed how he shares your looks. I long for the day that this terrible war is ended and you return home to us, so we can be a family once more. I shall write to you again soon. Know that until then you are always in our hearts. Your loving wife, Clara.
The date. She was writing this when the death notice arrived. Oh, the poor woman.
Yeah. I felt a bit shit listening to that, to be honest, after reading the death notice first. Well, anyway, apparently this was what I was looking for. Walkthrough author, that is not what I know as a cassette. But whatever. We are done in here for now, so let's go back and find something else to explore. Namely, over this way. Well, I hope it is this way, at least.
If you'd
Yeah,
just
there.
like to wait out here, sir.
I need to speak with Eddie.
The young master and her ladyship are otherwise detained.
Well, it is kind of important. push number 2.
May I remind you, this is my house?
May I remind you that it is not yours yet?
The butler gives me lip. I smell all the rats here. That's not usually how things are done. Not that I know a whole lot about butlers. Well, all I do know is what I have seen on TV series. But even I can tell something is up here.
Fair enough.
Oh, I can show you a pendant. Why don't I do that?
Eddie, I need to ask you about the maid. About Elsa.
You didn't know her.
I know that you and her were... That is to say, I know you had feelings for her.
What? That's poppycock. You're as deranged as your father was.
David, really? You go too far with this behavior.
The police will be here soon. Would you not prefer to clear this up before they get here in case they link Eddie with a crime?
Now look here, young lady. How dare you speak?
That's enough. Eddie.
Okay, let's go for a little dough right off the bat.
My little doe. Strange thing to call the help.
How? It was just harmless fun, that's all.
You gave her this. It was your mother's.
I did. It was.
Eddie!
I was just trying to cheer her up. She has nothing, and I had no need of it. You know she sends... You know she sent most of her money home to her grandmother.
Her clothing was ripped, as if someone was trying to force themselves upon her.
I would never have hurt her.
You're a worthless liar. You think she thought being pressed against a dead animal was harmless fun?
How do you know? It's true. Elsa and I would never have laid a finger on her. We were in love. I helped her with everything. Even with her chores. Rose and...
That's quite enough. Eddie, you are obviously upset. And you are not helping, David. Angus, will you please take the young master upstairs?
As you say, Mom.
I think you have caused quite enough disruption here. We shall settle this heritage dilemma first thing tomorrow.
I don't think so. I have more questions now than ever. About my father, the maid, this whole damn house.
Have a care, David. Need I remind you of your father's temper?
I would never.
Given the current mental state of Master Eddie, who should be a part of the heritage considerations, any discussion on the topic would be futile at this point. Would you not agree?
Thank you, Leah. Maybe it's a good thing you're here after all.
Impudent brats!
What's going
Pregnant
on?
pause.
Did you notice when Margaret got angry?
When Eddie mentioned... What was it? Chores involving a rose. What does that mean?
Something about the garden, perhaps? We could ask Rory. Or is it about the attic? Oh, I wonder. Whatever it is, it's something she doesn't want us to know.
The attic?
I saw the maid coming down the stairs with a tray. But there's nothing up there but an empty room.
Interesting.
Well, actually, about roses. Anyone who has ever played Myst knows that a rose could also refer to a compass rose. And seeing as we now need to go back to the hall, if I can just figure out how. Thank you, controllers. Yeah, the camera views do not help this game, unfortunately. As pretty as the rooms are, and the texturing work and all that. It really is difficult to control. Let's see. We can't really tell here. Yeah, no, I don't think that. Okay, maybe that is not it at all. See, I was expecting a puzzle involving this globe here in the hall. I don't see any support for that at the moment, though. But we will find out later on. Now, about this whole deal with Eddie back there, to be perfectly honest, I don't think we are meant to believe that he is lying to us. I mean, we are certainly meant to suspect it, but I don't think it is the case that he did. I mean, I may have a bit of advanced knowledge, having played the game through once before. But I have played video games before. This is chapter 3 of, 8 or something chapters. In a murder story, we do not get clear suspicion of the real, villain so soon. Okay, now to figure out... Oh, wait, no, not that room. We are going back to the kitchen. That would be over this way. Oh yeah, we are going outside to the backyard, and we do that through the kitchen. Right. Leah's AI is intriguing.
What is it? God! I'll get you back.
Stop monkeying around. Come with me.
Come inside in a bit. Don't go. Can I just have a few
It's
more
not a request, Carol.
Don't worry. I'll be fine.
What's happening to me?
David? Is everything all right?
We should make haste.
I would not say that everything is alright now. Let's see, we're supposed to look around the tree, aren't we? No, not at the tree, but down this way.
Oh, stunning.
Misty.
How curious. Come and look at this. Look, they form a clear circle.
This can't be a fluke.
Well, looks like one of the stones is missing.
A heavy enough stone to weigh yourself down with. You see? The necklace was his mother's. He gave it to the maid. The maid.
You're right. We need to speak to him about this. But how could you know this? I can't help you if you don't tell me.
Cousin Eddie might be a murderer. How I draw my conclusions can wait for now.
Not if you're just making things up wholesale, Mr. Guy. You need to sort of back that up with something a little more solid.
Someone's carved into each one.
Oh, come on, character. Face that thing again. There you go.
I've never seen a rose like this before.
I have. The gardener, Rory. He brought some down from the glass house.
Okay. So it seems we are dealing with a literal rose after all. Right. Oh, what is this? Ah, photo pieces. I may be able to do another puzzle now. Do believe we need to speak to Rory. Is he around? Oh, yeah, there he is. Of course he's working in the dark.
That's an unusual looking rose. I noticed one lying by the side of the loch.
Aye, that's been me. A flower for the flower of Scahandu, Cecilia.
My aunt. They're for her.
I grew 'em for her. She loved the roses, did Cecilia. No the red ones, though. Made her think of blood, ye ken.
Forgive me, but wouldn't it be more fitting to place them on her grave?
Why, she's no there, is she, laddie? That's not where she rests. And I don't much stand by your modern god.
Rory, what happened to her? What happened to Cecilia?
I'm not in the mood to open old wounds, laddie.
There are some strange markings carved into the stones on the shore.
Runes, aye. I'm old-fashioned, I suppose. Still hold to the old ways.
Superstitions don't gain validity just by being believed in for a long time.
I'd watch that. Your precious science doesn't have all the answers, lassie.
May I have some of the roses, Rory? I'd like to place them on Cecilia's grave.
What's she to you? You didn't ken her.
No, I didn't. But she's family. And besides, Father always spoke fondly of her. He would even smile as he talked about playing in the gardens with her as a child.
He did he? Aye, well, that's good to ken. I should have some left in the glass house.
I'll speak to you later, Rory.
Aye, I'm sure you will, laddie.
Can I go inside
Sorry,
though?
lassie, but you can't go in. It's for family only.
Just hold on a moment.
No, it's okay. I quite understand. You go ahead, and I'll wait here for you, if I must.
Aye, you must.
Okay. Now to examine
I
a few
know,
things in
it
here.
doesn't look like I have green fingers.
You could say that.
Are these...
Aye, Cecilia's roses.
They're beautiful.
I like to think so.
But they seem to be the only thing that grows here.
Looking to break some more locks, laddie.
Always. But I'm supposed to be somewhere at the wall thing or pillar.
Can you tell me about Cecilia? What was she like?
She was a lovely lassie, but she had more than her share of troubles.
Grandfather Edward.
You ken well enough, son.
You said she wasn't in her grave.
Aye, that I did, that I did.
Did she drown?
She did. Killed herself. Her body was never found. Now all I have of her is my memories. And they are not what they were. And this.
Ah, okay, so that was it. There was only the one hotspot for the roses, and now we get to go over here and look at the wreath after having had our conversation. Right, I follow the program.
Cecilia made this.
She made it, aye. For me. Girl must have cut her fingers 100 times doing it. On the thorn she kenned.
You would call that prick her fingers, not cut. But listen to me marking words. Okay, poke. Stuff is going funny again. And now there are roses. Hello? Come on, game. Yeah, the control scheme, really not a strong suit. Not the better part of the game, I mean.
You are unworthy of the name, Gordon.
Get away from her, you coward!
The secateurs Edward used. They ended up in this corner. He scratched the word Baron into her arm. What a monster.
Holy shit, that went places.
Get lost!
You monster!
Who is that old woman? It takes courage to confront Edward like that.
They lied to me.
Who did?
All of them. It's me.
Good save there, blind guy. Oh. Okay, now we're doing this again.
What just happened?
I could ask you the same thing. You started to talk to yourself. And then you were throwing your arms about like you were fighting something. I couldn't see what. You started bawling and the lassie came in to see what was going on. She tried to settle you, but you just went for her.
I saw an old lady. She wore a long, flowing dress. Her voice was strong, determined.
Sounds like Rosemary. She was Lady Margaret's mother.
Was Cecilia not able to have children? Did that anger Grandfather Edward?
Maybe you can see well enough too, son. Maybe you can. It wasn't her, it was her husband. He was the bother. Couldn't, you can?
I think so, yes.
Aye, well, Edward blamed Cecilia for it. For picking the wrong man for her mate. You'll be fine, laddie. You just need some fresh air. This place can get to you.
And things have warped back to normal. Nice.
The secateurs should be... Here they are. How could I know? This seems awfully accurate for a forgotten memory. The crack is right there. Edward was furious. Seems like him and great-grandmother Rose didn't see eye to eye.
Trust your instincts, laddie.
You know, it really was difficult to leave the greenhouse. Okay, well...
David, are you alright?
Right, cutscene. Yeah. I'll end the episode here, and we'll continue this conversation in the next episode. I do really need to attach the charger cable. I forgot to do that again. See you in a bit.